The great debate, prospecting versus marketing. I was doing stuff around the house and I was really thinking through this while agents get so caught up in either one. And so I wanted to make you guys a video talking through the pros and cons of each. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you not only my personal experience with both of these things, but I'm going to give you an actual recommendation on how I believe you as a real estate agent can build your business. So let's get started. All right, so if you guys are new here, first thing I need you to do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hang out and make 2 or 3 videos like this, helping you grow your real estate business. So it helps this channel grow. In return, I continue to help you guys. So do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. If this video provides you value, make sure you like this video. All right, so here's the deal. So there has been a debate, and there will always be a debate from agents, coaches, speakers, brokers, trainers, gurus on what is better. How should a real estate agent grow their business? Marketing or prospecting? Well, here are some things for you to consider. Let's start off talking through the pros of marketing. Number one, when you are a marketing agent, it helps to build your brand, your recognition in your community, right? So why does that matter? Well, long term, your goal is to have a brand awareness. So with marketing, it allows you to build this brand, build this name recognition in your community so that one day, people come up to you at the grocery store and say, oh yeah, you're that real estate guy, you're that real estate girl. And so with marketing, it allows you to do that. Second pro with marketing. You see, with marketing, it allows you to generate business, generate leads 24/7 on autopilot. You see, what's so cool about marketing is once you get good at it, you can start generating leads while you're on vacation. You can start generating leads while you're sleeping. You can generate leads in your business while you're doing other things. This is a very leveraged activity. And so that's the power of marketing. Marketing can do the work for you to generate your business while you're focused on doing other things in your life. And so marketing allows you to have this lead generation automation animal in your business that's generating leads 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that never calls in sick, that never stops. The third pro of marketing is scalability. That's one of the coolest parts about marketing in real estate, is that once you've cracked the code, once you understand how marketing and branding, how it all works, you can scale your marketing. You can scale your budget, scale your leads, scale your business, thus scale your income. And so unlike prospecting, marketing allows you to scale your lead generation. And when I say scale, I'm talking about, let's just pretend you had a marketing campaign that you knew X activity gave you X amount of leads. Well, once you crack the code on that, wouldn't it make sense for you to double down or triple down on the activity, thus doubling, tripling, quadrupling the amount of leads you get, amount of listings you take, the amount of money you make? All right, so on the other hand, let's talk about the cons of marketing. Number one, when it comes to marketing, is it's very, very expensive. Most agents that get into the marketing game, they don't understand that it's going to be very, very expensive. And it's going to, not only is it expensive to get started, but it requires you to continue to invest in that marketing for you to get any return. And when most agents start marketing, they don't even think about that. They don't even think about a budget. They just think it's sexy, so they try and do it, not understanding the level of budget required to get a return. The other con of marketing is it is a waiting game. It is a reactive game. We're going to talk about this in just a second with prospecting, but with marketing, you're waiting. You're investing in this. You're doing this activity. You've got this campaign and that campaign going. And what do you have to do? You're waiting. It's a reactive play. So it's it can be very, very frustrating. It could cause a lot of anxiety because you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this thing's going to work. I've got all this money invested into this marketing campaign. And you're just sitting there with your hands tied, waiting, hoping, praying someone's going to call you off of that marketing. Third con of marketing is time. You have to be patient. And with marketing, it takes a long time for things to start turning around. You see, anytime an agent comes to me and they decide they're going to build their business through marketing, I tell them, you need to be able to invest in this thing or this activity over 6 months minimum, but more like 12 months before you start getting a return on that marketing. And let's face it, let's be honest. I mean, most agents, can barely pay their bills, let alone pay for a marketing campaign for a full year without getting any return on that whatsoever. And so that's the challenge. That's the third con with marketing, is that it takes a long time for you to start seeing the benefit of that marketing campaign. All right, so let's flip over to prospecting now. Let's talk about the pros of prospecting, the good part about prospecting. Number one, and maybe most importantly, is it's now business. I think you would agree, if you're a real estate agent watching this, one of the things that we all need is now business. Business in the future is great, but most people that I coach, most people that I train, most real estate agents that are at my company, they're looking for business now. They want to make money now. They can't afford to wait a year to get paid. They can't afford 6 months to get paid. They've got bills now. Well, the great thing about prospecting is it allows you to go out there and get business today. Second pro of prospecting is it's very, very predictable. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, once you get good at prospecting, you are gonna learn exactly what is required to generate an appointment. You're gonna find out exactly what is required to generate a lead, exactly what is required to generate a listing, exactly what is required to generate a closing. And once you learn that, once you have those numbers in place, you can then do it over and over and over and over again. It's very, very predictable. Unlike marketing, you have no idea what's gonna happen. 1 month, you might get 10 calls on this direct mail campaign. Another month, you might get 5 calls on this social media pay-per-click campaign. You just don't know, and you have no control. Well, with prospecting, you are in the driver's seat. You get to dictate your activities, your actions every single day, thus controlling the outcome. Third pro of prospecting, it's free. It's the most profitable part of your business. Unlike marketing, which requires you to invest to get money back, prospecting only requires you to invest your time to get a return. So with prospecting, it's free. It's the most profitable part of a real estate agent's business. When you go generate a listing through prospecting, all you have invested at that point in time is your time, so that when you make the money, when the property sells, you get to keep all of that money. So prospecting is very profitable. All right, so cons of prospecting. Number one, it's not as scalable as marketing, okay? So prospecting requires you to do the work every single day. And so that's one of the most challenging parts of prospecting. That's one of the biggest cons of prospecting, is when you don't do it, there are no leads coming into your business, unlike marketing that works for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Second con of prospecting, it requires skills. If you're one of my students, you hear me talking about this so much, but I cannot stress enough that if you're ever going to succeed through prospecting, you got to work on your skill set. Hey, surprise, you're in sales. You need to work on your sales skills. And if you don't have any sales skills, or you don't have any confidence, and you start prospecting, it's going to be a tough, tough road. Third con of prospecting, requires discipline, focus, and an extreme high threshold for pain. What do I mean? Well, if you've ever prospected before, you understand the level of rejection you're going to get. You understand how hard it is to get up every morning, hit the phone when you don't feel like it. You don't want to deal with nasty consumers and people yelling at you and hanging up on you and giving you all the rejection. You just don't want to deal with it. And so the highest level prospectors on planet Earth are the ones that are the most dedicated, committed, focused, have the highest level of discipline, and can withstand the high levels of pain that it requires for you to generate a massive income through prospecting. And so for a lot of people, that's very, very difficult to do. Fourth con of prospecting is burnout, okay? So if you've ever prospected for a long period of time, heck, not even a long period of time, a short amount of time, it's easy to get burned out, especially when you don't get results. So here's what I'm seeing. I see most agents, go down the path of marketing. And the reason I see that so often, I wouldn't say that it's right or wrong, good or bad, but the reason why agents fall towards, marketing versus prospecting for the most part is they think it's sexy. It's very fun to build websites and funnels and marketing pieces and do all the things that are very fun that don't cause you any pain, right? That's very, very sexy to do. However, it causes some problems as well because like I mentioned earlier, this is a path of least resistance, so it attracts a lot of agents. It's a lot easier to build a marketing campaign than it is to pick up the telephone and call absolute strangers. So the path of least resistance, it's a lot simpler, which draws in a lot more people. But also, like we talked about, costs a lot of money, takes a lot of time. And most agents don't have the patience to stay with it long enough to get that return on marketing, thus the birth of shiny object syndrome, which don't get me started on that, but that's when agents are all over the place trying every single thing for 30 days at a time and not working. They quit that, start this, quit that, start this, and it's a never-ending cycle we call shiny object syndrome. So here's my recommendation for you, the real estate agent. Start, master, learn prospecting first. Why? Because if you're like most real estate agents, you need to generate cash flow. You need to generate revenue in your business. And prospecting allows you to do that. Is it harder? Yes, it is. Is it going to require you to go through some pain and some difficulties to generate some business? Yes, it is. But that's what you need to focus on in the beginning. Once you get good at prospecting, you'll never have to worry about where your next deal is going to come from. You're never going to have to worry about money again. And then, listen, once you get good at prospecting, you start generating consistent cash flow. My second recommendation is this. Start investing some of that money into marketing. Yes, you heard that right. I believe that you should take some money that you're earning from revenue, right? Generating from prospecting, I should say. Gary Keller talks about this in The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Lead with revenue. So once you get that revenue from prospecting, which is all pure profit, use some of that profit, 10, 20%, put it into marketing so that the marketing dollars, the dollars that you're earning, can work at the same time you're prospecting. Now you've got a nice, well-rounded, healthy real estate sales business. Have both of these things going at the very same time. One is not better than the other. Lead with prospecting, lead with revenue, use the money you're earning there, put it into marketing so you have a long-term growth business as you're prospecting the now business every single day. I hope that video makes sense. Make sure you smash that like button. I'll meet you in the comments section to answer any questions that you have. And I also put a link in the description for you to download my script book. If you haven't done that yet, make sure you grab that on your way down. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.